Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Fat White Knight, as always, coming back to you from another episode. And in this case, we're going to go back to our roots. We're going to get grounded a little bit. No editing, just off the cusp, talking and rambling as I tend to do. Because all of my episodes can't be edited. I just simply do not have the time, even though I am quite enjoying doing it. So let's get started with a little tour, shall we? So here, first and foremost, we're going to add one more additional layer to the sugarcane farm here. And this should be enough sugarcane to supply us with everything that we need. Easy enough, easy to build. It detects it, it shoots it off into the hoppers. Bing, bang, boom. We've got ourselves some sugarcane, which is very, very nice. So like I said, we'll add one more layer to that, and then we'll enclose it and add the roof on that and all of that jazz. Down the path here, which I really, really like this path, is our automatic wheat farm, which I'm pretty sure we need to fix because I feel like I unloaded it at some point and it is no longer working. So we need to go ahead fix that. Yeah, you can tell that it is not right over there, so we need to go ahead and get down here and fix that bad boy. That will allow the generation of more wheat, and I didn't realize that this thing broke. So alright, with that gone, now that should run, picking up things, and once it gets back, it should in fact unload all of the things, and we are good to go there. So, beautiful. That is excellent news. Let's go double check that chest just to make sure that it is in fact picking some things up. There is a hopper minecart. Where did that come from? Oh, is that the one we broke, perhaps? Maybe. Regardless, we hope that it is going to be lucrative, that it will pick up a lot of wheat, because we're going to need it for this path. Just to do the entirety of the path, we need a tremendous amount of wheat. So either we're going to have to do it manually, or we're going to have to build a second one of those farms so that we can actually get ourselves a decent amount of wheat. Here up the cliff here is where our next building is going to be. It is the size of these posts. We have not built it yet, obviously, but it is purely here to house our sheep farm, all of which are about 9 stacks or a little bit less of wool of each color right now. And as we currently are not using a lot of wool, this is going to be sufficient for us for quite some time, I think. And worst comes to worst, we build one more of these with all the different, or a specific color that we need. So like, I actually think I'm going to use light gray, gray, white, and black more than anything. So I think I may set up like a 4 cell in each one so that we can get 16 of those specific sheep, and that way we can make things that work really well for us, because I want to use it. So down here over on this path, which is also not finished, I want to point out, I have done the landscaping over here. We've kind of developed where the pathway is going to go, and let me get our rockets real quick so we can fly if we need to. So we have a fork in the road here, and it's going to go up and all the way onto this. Once up here, I am not sure what exactly it's going to be. I was thinking like a lush garden or something of that sort. Maybe a couple trees, something like that. Just a nice little pathway to walk around with really no purpose to it. Then right here is going to be a little waterfall that spills into this river. This river will get dug down about 8 blocks from that point over there. And we still need to go about, I don't know, 15, 20 blocks in that direction for the size to actually be correctamundo. Where's our bed? So we will, in fact, do that. We're going to take that time and just make it nice and large because I want to put a gigantic bridge over here somewhere. Here, maybe there. I'm not sure. It would be kind of nice to have a pathway that leads up to here that you connect to for the bridge. I think that would make the most sense, but I don't necessarily know that is what we'll actually do. Then we got the path that goes all the way up to here. This path is to our very first main storage unit. This has all the bits and bobs that we could need at this moment, and still need to be expanded at least one more layer, one more floor, so that we can fit more of the storage that we actually need. And that will help us quite significantly. Over here, we have started the lengthy process of making gigantic trees. All right, so all of these trees are, not the largest tree that we could ever make, but they are relatively large, and they are going to encompass the entirety of Seraph's Outpost here. So we'll trim back a lot of the jungle, and we have to add some of these over there, just so that we can have an actual forest in which this village, this town, tends to live in. So I'm thinking roughly about 1,000 to 2,000 trees of this magnitude. Some a lot taller, some skinny, some fatter, some shorter, all the different ways. Gonna be great. So then I also believe we will take this pathway right over here and go through the valley here, which is going to be a lot of farmland, I think. And that will lead up this cliff and over to the secondary storage unit. This one is specifically for bulk. So this will be like dirt. This will be like stone. If we need more dirt, if we need more stone, kind of thing. And that way we can have just a lot of storage for things that we're going to need, which I think will be really, really nice. That pathway will also split and twine right over here, and will make its way up to the church grounds, which is going to be a lush area with our first tree, which I really, really like. It's going to be a very lush area, though. And this is the location of our creeper farm. Obviously, we still have a lot to do. We have roofs to do there. We have a courtyard to do here and there. It's still very much incomplete, but it serves a specific purpose, and that is gunpowder. And you can hear one burning right this freaking second, which is great. Absolutely great. This church will also be the location of our nether portal, and that will help us so that we can kind of centrally locate this and make it what it is, and also have something to go into the nether and have ourselves a bit of a hub there for when we actually begin expanding, which it's going to be some time before we do, but it is an important step. So all the pathways and everything will connect there. And we are going to need to get rid of a lot of this terrain. So we want this one to be high, but you also want there to be some kind of like mystique about it. And you can't really do that like this. So I'll just draw the line here roughly of where we're going to go and how we're going to make this a little bit better. Yeah. So we'll probably shave off something along those lines of this, maybe like that. A little bit further back, I think. Yeah, we'll shave off a line or two like that, and we'll bring this section very much down so that you can actually see the church. Because currently it is obscured by the terrain, so we need to fix that. And that is all well and good. will not take us that long. This one, as I said, is going to stay up on this one, and all of these things will be connected with pathways. This one over here is our iron golem farm, which currently does not work because I suspect that there is probably an iron golem somewhere that we can't see underneath here, and we'll have to figure that out because it's going to be really obnoxious. I know for a fact that there's an iron golem somewhere because I've seen them spawn, but now that there's one stuck under here somewhere, it is not working. So that is not great. Then these buildings here are temporary, as is the one next to the church. They house our villagers. This one, our librarians, and the other one, our fishermen villagers. Then we have our breeding center right here. All of these things need to get moved because I don't want houses to be very close to each other for obvious reasons, I feel like anyway. So what we'll end up doing is just kind of spreading it out. We'll have all the houses connected via a path, most likely in more than one way because I don't really like that they are only connected by one. And everything is going to be a farmland otherwise. So we'll have an entire wall of forest around this entire island. And it is quite the large island. It's not gigantic, but it is not small. So it will take us quite some time. But you can start to see it's filling out quite nicely. So a lot of trees. We'll have like maybe a cabin or two up here. We'll have nice large fields. We'll do probably like a windmill somewhere just because I like windmills. And yeah, that's about it for this world as we know it right this second. We are still just shy of the 200 days. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. We are just shy of 200. No! Damn it. I wasn't paying attention, and lo and behold, we lost one of our shovels. God damn it. Awful. Awful, awful news for us. Regardless, we're going to continue digging this out here. Just try to get a scope of what things will actually look like if we do the terraforming job correctly. Now, this was the original location of our iron farm, and it served its purpose. It got me through the early game, but we put it in a really, really bad spot. So it did have to meet its end, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay, because anytime that we get to terraform, it is a very, very good day. So we're going to bring this down, I think, one more layer. And we should probably do the cutty bit like this, where we kind of go from here, I think. So we want it to be like rolling hills everywhere. I think that is very important for the aesthetic of the space. So rolling hills in as many places as we can. But our inventory is also very full. Yes. So, yeah. Let me just get rid of all of this jazz real quick because, God, our inventory is looking pretty full. And this is not stuff I do often on a camera anymore unless we are live streaming, but I also like to show you just a little bit of what's happening while we're doing everything. As much as I would love to do endless amounts of editing, it is simply not feasible for me at this moment. So you know, you just kind of do what you can do. And normally I would cut all of this out for you guys, but again, not today. Today is the day where we just need to make everything work. We just kind of need to go with the flow, and it'll work itself out in due time. So that's really how it goes, right? Let's also drop off what dirt we have collected already. All right, there we go. Inventory looking much better now. We can resume our regularly scheduled program. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty cool build once it is done. I've never really done anything like it, but I have a really good feeling about it right this second. I'm not going to lie. It just seems like something that I am going to enjoy. And there's a lot of terraforming, there's a lot of building, there's a lot of planning, and it's kind of got all the things that really make me tick in Minecraft. And I needed that. Every once in a while, you need to just let yourself go free, and although we do have restrictions here, the restrictions we have are not as severe as we have done in previous episodes. Or seasons, rather. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we have rules that we kind of just make for ourselves. And these rules inhibit what we can and can't build, or how we can and can't build. So, like, one of my rules is no netherite. I am never allowed to have netherite armor, rather. I can have a netherite pick, a netherite shovel, an axe, all of those things. I cannot have any armor because it makes it too easy for me to survive in this game. And I don't really enjoy that, to be honest with you. So we don't do that. Next, we are not allowed torches. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, you have torches right this second. Yes, we do. And these torches will eventually be completely replaced. So when I say no torches, what I really mean is no showing torches. So currently we have them all over the ground, but upon the project's completion, there cannot be any torches that are visible whatsoever. And this is just because I really don't like the way they look. So you have to find creative ways to use lighting instead of spamming torches and all of that. A completed build, in my opinion, does not have any of that jazz. Easy enough. And then we go into 2 additional rules. Now, these rules are ones that I have not publicized yet. I have not talked about them yet, and they are for you guys to figure out. Currently, I don't believe you have enough information to figure out what these rules are. But there are 2 more rules that we are abiding by for the duration of this series. So that will make things pretty difficult for us. And honestly, that is a really, really good thing. The more the difficulty scaling is, the better. The more it means I can take my creativity, and although it is being stifled in some way, it unleashes itself in other ways, and that is a really, really good way of building, I think. It just allows you to have to get creative in different ways, and that is a really, really good thing. Alright, we're going to get rid of all of this junk here. Don't think we need any of these fences anymore. We had them for just in case, so our villagers didn't die, but feel like we're okay at this moment, so I will just get rid of it once and for all here, so that we don't have to worry about it. It's not needed anymore, and although it is still not lit up, we are still sleeping most of the night, so it's not that big of a deal. And our villagers, I'm not going to say they're 100% safe, but I will say they are more safe than I've ever had them. So that's a start, right? Right. Here's the remnants of our iron. We got a little bit in there. Not a whole lot, but enough to last us until we figure out where the other blasted golem actually is. That'll be a really, really good day once that is operational again, and we fix the problem. Okay. Anywho, we have much terraforming to do, and you can kind of see where I'm going. So, like, I want to leave this cliff here. Why? Because it looks like you could do something here if you needed to. But you also want to have some kind of characteristic here. So what we'll end up doing, I think, is a little bit like this. We'll just go like something like that. And keep a lot of this ridge here, and then we'll put like some bushes and some shrubs, some trees and all of that, especially being near the church here. We want it to be very colorful. We want the whole city to kind of understand that the church area is important here. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're giving it a courtyard. We're giving it several of these large custom trees. And it is going to be one of the biggest buildings that we construct in this entire journey here, which will be pretty good, I think. So all we really need is to continue terraforming here to the best of our abilities. And in doing so, it's going to be really freaking easy for us. Like, truly. Very, very easy for us. So we're going to like get a whole lot of terraforming done, a whole lot of digging, a whole lot of just figuring out where things need to go, how things need to go. And that's going to help us a lot. Some areas obviously need to be lower than others. Some areas need to be higher than others. We need to build a couple hills. We need to do all of these stuff and things. And it takes a hot minute, right? It very much does. Let's see. Where is this one going? I don't know if that's one of the old iron golems or not. Stop. Hello, kid. Let's go. Yeah, I want to do like a big courtyard here. So let's take this all the way over here. Right there. I mean, we can probably go all the way to the end here because, yeah, that'll work. Okay, we still got inventory space. We're still doing good there. Now, all we have to really do is get rid of all of these pesky grass blocks here, which is really, really easy to do if you have some kind of plan. It makes it very, very easy. Easy. So I hope everyone has been enjoying the edits, enjoying the random episodes from here and about. And I just, let me know if you guys have any suggestions. I would love to hear it. If you guys like the editing, if you don't like the editing, if you want me to go back to actually doing more uncut stuff, you know, whatever it really is, let me know what your poison is, and we'll try to work with that a little bit. Ooh, this tree is a problem, I think. So I kind of want it to be up on this layer, so we can't really do anything about that. So what we're going to have to do is kind of carve out a bit of a circle-ish shape, like that. It's not really the middle. It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close. Let's get rid of some of this dirt, because I'm sure our inventory is now full. Should work. It should. Yeah, no, that should work. And then maybe we keep this cave here just for like a little added ambiance. I love having little things that you can do and find and see and all of that. Just makes things really, really nice. Let's try to carve out all the way around here then. And is that one really not reaching us? Is this... Hello? Sir? Oh. Okay. It's barely outside the range, but it is in fact outside the range. Alright, let's carve out all the rest of this dirt here, and hopefully things will start to make sense in my brain. The more we cut away, the more we add, and the more we basically just define what we are working with. That will help a lot. And I really like that this is like a raised platform as well. We might have to take a little bit from here, but it shouldn't be that bad. Oh, I hear a zombie somewhere. Yeah, we could probably take a little bit off this side, I think. And that would help with that exponentially as well. So let's carve the rest of this bad boy out. Yeah, so that's like 2 straight. So we want to carve a little bit more. Maybe there. Kind of ovular in shape, but not really a set shape is really what we're shooting for here. And I guess we should just cover that in, right? Fill it in completely. And let's try to just add a little bit more of our torches back so that we don't have to worry about mob spawns or anything like that. And that should help greatly, especially because I don't want to put up that fence again. We do have golems here that could potentially scare away and or otherwise anything that potentially tries to go for my villagers, but you don't want to risk it. And I still think we need to like something like that maybe. Like, it needs to be on a pedestal, but it's got to be, like, a good-looking pedestal. So I don't know if I want to make that an actual circle or if we just want to leave it as a weird ovular shape. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, I think that's going to do it for me today. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with another edited episode. Ciao.